So you will notice I wore this shirt recently in my May wrap up. That is the video that I'm going to be filming today. So you're going to see the same shirt, not super close together, maybe a week. But that's why, because filming it all in one time. Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I thought it would be interesting to walk you through my actual process for creating videos. Everybody has their own process. And I recently heard Samantha from Thoughts on Tomes talk about how much time it takes her to make her content and to edit and put it up and all that. And, you know, just kind of thinking about, is this a part-time job? Sometimes it can feel that way. But today I am going to be filming one video, which is actually a little bit rare for me. Usually if I am sitting down to make content, I will sit down and I will do quite a few in a row, just knock them out. And then I'll do all my editing later. I kind of do it in batches. That's my normal routine. However, today I only have time to do one, and I only have one that I need to film right now. Everything else that I have on deck can wait until next week. So I'm going to take advantage of not having to do a whole bunch at once and just do one video. So I thought this would be the perfect time to show you exactly how much time it takes me to create content and to get it up, because I'm actually getting ready, filming, editing, and putting it up on YouTube today. So it was kind of like the perfect time to do this. And I'm going to walk you through my entire process. We are going to start with the very beginning and then obviously end at the end. And I'm going to time myself and let you know exactly how much time it takes to do 100% every single step in the process of putting a video up on YouTube. For me personally, based on what I do. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, step number one, always, always, always is hair and makeup. I got to be presentable. So that's always the first step in making my videos. And I count that as time because if I wasn't filming, I would not be wearing makeup. So it counts to me as time for content creation. So I'm going to go into my bathroom here. You're not going in there with me, but I'm going to put on my makeup, do my hair. I usually listen to an audiobook while I do that. And we are going to go ahead and get my timer started. So I'm going to have it up on my iPad here this entire time that I'm going to be doing this stuff. So I have it on here. And as soon as I start putting on my makeup, I will start the timer and we'll see how long that takes. And then we will get into the actual filming of the video. Okay. Hair and makeup is done. So step one is done. I stopped the timer as soon as I was finished. So now it is time to film because I have everything ready to go. I got everything prepped last night, pulled all my books I was talking about, got everything I needed. My lights are all set up. Like all that's usually done anyway. But let me show you what my setup actually looks like. Okay, so I film over here in this corner in my basement. So that's the chair I sit on. Right here, my bookshelf is here obviously. And so right across I have two standing lights here, floor lights, and then that is my tripod right there, which my camera is plugged in right now charging, so I will put it up on there. And then I have my microphone up here as well, and then I have a little desk right here where I keep all the books that I'm going to be talking about. So those are all this is my wrap up here that's already got up and my notes and my ratings and all that stuff in my journal, and then I'll have my timer here going as well. But this is what it looks like when I'm sitting here. This is what you don't see. This is all behind the camera stuff. So my lights will go on in a minute and my camera will be up there and we will start filming. So I'm going to go ahead and get my filming done. Okay, so I have done filming it. Now I'm going to get it from my camera. This is what I film on normally. It's a Sony, like it's so beat up. Like, look at that. I think we got this as a wedding gift from my parents. We've been married going on 19 years this year. So it's very old, but it works. So it's fine. But I'm going to get this onto my computer into my editing software so that I can start editing it. So we are timing that as well because that takes some time to get it on there. So, yep. Okay, before we start, I want to go ahead and point out, because it's going to be pointed out, that my camera is super crooked. Like, I was struggling with that thing, and that's part of my time, that it would just, I'm having a hard time with my tripod that is holding, the piece that's holding my camera. I'm having a hard time getting it straight. it's always seems a little bit crooked, and no matter what I try to do, it looks crooked. And this one is like really bad for some reason. So I apologize. I'm going to try to work on it more. No, my shelves are not crooked, because I've had people ask in the past when it was a little bit off, but like it's my tripod and I don't know why it won't hold my camera straight. So we're going to call it out now. I'm going to call myself out so you guys don't have to. It's crooked. I know. And I'm annoyed. Okay, so it is officially on my computer into my iMovie, which is what I use to edit. Very basic. It's free. It came with my laptop. So that's what I use. So now the next step is to edit. So I need to go through. This is where I break everything up. I take out all of my transitions. I take out all of my long, awkward pauses. I take out where I messed up and had to start over, which is quite a bit. And sometimes if I repeat myself too much, I'll try to take out just stuff that I repeat too many times. Like, I don't need to say that many times, so I'll take that out. So that's basically what I'm doing. And I'm adding in any thumbnails that I need to as well. If I don't have the books with me, then I will put the thumbnails in. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just going to get that done and just like get everything cut up and add it and all that good stuff. Okay, so I have edited it, which is really hard to say. I've done my initial editing. So what I do is I just go through and I cut where it looks like I need to be cutting it. And I will just kind of chop it up and take out all my transitions and all that good stuff. And then I adjust my volume. So I will cut out background noise, or I will reduce background noise, if you will. There's a setting for that. And then I will take my volume down to 50%. So it's not quite so loud. Since I do use a microphone, it picks up my voice really well. So if I left it at 100%, it would be pretty loud when you guys turn it on. So I turn that down to 50%. And then now it is time for me to watch through it. So I've cut it to where I think it's good, but I need to watch through the video in order to make sure I cut it correctly, or I didn't leave anything in I wanted to take out. A lot of times I'll take extra stuff out without realizing that's what I should have done. So the first time is kind of like a rough cut, if you will. I take out all the obvious stuff, and then there will probably be a little bit more here and there where that I want to take out. And just kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I need to add my thumbnails at this point as well. I know there's one thumbnail that I have saved already, and then one that I need to download. So I will do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So this is me. This next part is watching through the whole thing, cleaning anything up that I need to, adding in my thumbnails, and just making sure I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have watched it through. I have added in anything I needed to, cut out what I needed to. I didn't actually cut out too much, so I did a pretty good job on this one. And now I'm ready. So I have to get it out of iMovie and put it onto my desktop to then, in order to get it onto YouTube. That's like the fastest way to do it. There used to be a way you could do it straight from iMovie onto YouTube, but it took a really, really long time. So I have just kind of from the beginning, when I realized how long that took, I started putting it on my desktop first and then putting it onto YouTube, and it took a lot shorter time. So I don't know why that is a thing, but so I'm going to put this on my desktop. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So while that's going, I will do my thumbnail, which I use Photoshop for my thumbnails. And so while my video is going onto my desktop and kind of making the video file for me, I'm going to get my thumbnail edited and, do the coloring and put my title and all that stuff on my thumbnail. So I can usually get that done while this is going. So I'm going to do that right now. That's my next step. Okay, so my video is done. It is now an MP4 ready to put on YouTube. My thumbnail is done. My video was done before my thumbnail was, so that was interesting. So now my next step is to get onto YouTube. So I'm going to pull up YouTube. I'm going to get it started to upload. While I'm doing that, I have to put in all of the things. So I have to write my description out if I want to add anything else to what I already have for default upload, which I always do. So I have to write out what the video is about, basically, and then I link all of the books that I talk about from Amazon into the description of my video, so it's easy for you guys to find it if there's something you want to look at. So that takes some time. So I do that. I get my thumbnail plugged in, just like plugging in all the things that YouTube prompts you to do in order to schedule your video. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that and then get it live. So I'm really interested to see how long this actually takes, you know, like this process of it. So, all right, that's my next and actually final step. So after this, I should be able to show you exactly how much time everything took. And I did not include any transition time like this right here. I'm talking to you. I'm not working on my video right now. So I don't have my timer going. Like I stopped it in order to film this clip, and then I'll start it again when I start working on my video. So anytime I had to pause to do something else, or I wasn't working on it intentionally at the time, I turned off my timer. So I want this to be as accurate as possible. So yeah, so I'm going to start my timer again and then get this going up onto YouTube. Okay, so my video is completely done and it's uploaded and it's public, and I have a final time for how long that took. So here it is. 1 hour, 58 minutes, 1 second, and 1/58 of a second. Is that what that is? I think that's what that is. Yeah. Okay, so took almost 2 hours, and that's pretty interesting. The longest was definitely uploading it to YouTube. That took the longest than anything, including the editing and all that stuff. So, and that was for a 15-minute video. I think, let's see if I can find the time. 16:49 is how long the finished video is. So a 15-minute video, a little bit more, took 2 hours, which includes getting ready, setting everything up, filming it, getting it on the computer, editing, getting it onto YouTube, doing all the links, doing all the stuff, all of that. Took almost 2 hours. So I tend to post 3 times a week for the most part. That's kind of my regular posting schedule. So, you know, just about 2 hours, 3 times a week. That's what, 6 hours? So that's not too bad. That's pretty good, I think. So yeah. All right. So that, in a nutshell, is a pretty good average, I would say, on how long it would take to create and put a video up. And yeah, like if I was doing one at a time every single time. So I'm not doing 2 hours at a time every single time I post a video, because I am batching things and doing like things at the same time, which helps the process go a little bit faster, I think. But I thought that was a kind of a fun experiment, just to really see how long it actually takes me to do if I'm just doing one video. So, and I think 16 minutes is a pretty good average for a decent size video. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was informative a little bit. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so that is what it takes to get a video up on YouTube for me. And again, I've got it down now to where I do it in batches. So I think I use my time a little bit more efficiently than this, to be honest with you. But if I did it one at a time, this is how long it would take me to do it. And I just kind of do it in batches now, where I film everything at once that I need to film, and then I do my editing all at once, and then I put them up periodically. I don't put them all up at once usually. I just kind of spread it out through my schedule. So, but for the most part, doing one video, all the single steps it takes, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this little look behind the scenes and what it takes to put a video up. I think a lot of people don't know what all the steps are and realize how much time it really does take, because it really does take time. It's a commitment. It really is. And, but it's not one that I would change, because I really enjoy it. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any other questions. Leave them down below, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.